Hey there, how's it going? It is your muscle building coach, Lee Hayward, back again with another Ask Lee video Q&A. Now today's Q&A is a little bit different. I was recently sent a very lengthy question from one of my subscribers to the Total Fitness Bodybuilding app, and I was going through it, a very lengthy question about weight loss, and specifically weight loss for people who are extremely overweight. And we've had some email discussion going back and forth before I actually got around to making this video. And this individual would prefer if I don't use their name or kind of share the specifics of their situation and just kind of keep this to a general weight loss for extremely overweight individuals. So, just to kind of give you a bit of a background here, this person is middle-aged, over 300 pounds, or was over 300 pounds I should say, and over the past 5 months lost a significant amount of weight, lost about 50 pounds of weight. And they're doing weight training 6 days a week, cardio training, doing aerobics classes at their local gym. I mean, literally spending a couple hours a day in the gym, exercising, following a calorie restricted diet, and pretty much doing everything in their power to lose weight. And it's working. They've lost 50 pounds in the past 5 months, which is huge. I mean, that's 10 pounds per month. That is a lot of weight. I know when you watch the infomercials and the diet pills and all that, that probably doesn't seem like a lot of weight, but in the real world, 50 pounds in 5 months is huge. And when I'm coaching people one-on-one, I recommend that they strive to lose 1 to 2 pounds of body weight per week. Now, I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but it is realistic, it's healthy, and if you take your weight loss at a slow, manageable rate, it's easier to maintain over the long term, and there's less likelihood of you losing lean muscle in the process. Now, obviously, to someone who is extremely overweight, 300 plus pounds, and with probably 100 or more of those pounds being excess body fat, obviously when they start a weight loss program, they're going to lose weight more rapidly because there's more being lost than just pure body fat. There's a lot of water weight, there's a lot of intestinal bulk, and your body can just release weight quicker when you initially start a weight loss program. But once you get past that initial hump, or that's not even a hump, that initial rapid weight loss, within the first few months or so, then things start to slow down. And now you actually got to work for your weight loss. And this is kind of universal across the board. I mean, if whether I'm coaching someone who's brand new or whether I'm coaching a competitive bodybuilder getting ready for a show, it's kind of universal. The initial weight loss is very rapid. And then after you get past that initial rapid weight loss where you're losing, 10 plus pounds per month, then you get into this 1 to 2 pounds of body weight per week. And that's where you really have to focus on being consistent over the long term. And it has to be manageable. And this is where we're having this discussion with this individual, is because they're doing like 2+ hours of exercise a day, 6 days a week, and on a very restricted calorie diet, depriving themselves. And the problem with that, I mean, while it is working, is that maintainable? You need to be realistic and honest with yourself. Can you maintain this as a lifestyle for the rest of your life? And chances are the answer is probably no. And that's the reason why diets fail. That's the reason why people lose weight and then they get frustrated and they regain the weight later on. I mean, it's a vicious cycle that happens over and over again, and I'm sure everybody watching this video, if you haven't gone through it yourself, you know of somebody in your own personal life who has went through this struggle where they're overweight, they get to the point where they're sick and tired of being overweight, they're pissed off with themselves, and they say, that's it, I've had it, no more, I'm going to lose the weight. And then they go on some extreme weight loss program, kind of similar to this, 6 days a week in the gym, hours a day, restricted calories, less than 2,000 calories a day, and working their ass off because they're so pissed off with themselves, and they say, I'm no more, I'm going to lose the weight. And they push themselves to physical and mental exhaustion, and they do that for so many months. And eventually, as the weight loss starts to slow down, and it slows down for a number of reasons, and I'll get into that in a minute, but when the weight loss slows down, and then it gets frustrating because they're working hard, they're depriving themselves, they're doing everything in their power that they think should work, and it's not working. It's come to a screeching halt. And they'll probably, as one last ditch effort, they'll up the exercise. If 2 hours exercise isn't working, but by God, I'm going to go 3 hours of exercise a day. If 2,000 calorie diet isn't working, well, I'm going to cut my calories back to 1,500 or even 1,000 or something ridiculous. And they kind of make that sprint to the finish. This is going to work for me, and they really push themselves, and it doesn't work. Your body just says no more, shuts down, and your weight loss comes to a screeching halt, and yet you're depriving and killing yourself in the gym, and eventually you're just going to give up. It's just going to be too much. You're going to hit your threshold. Your willpower is going to run out. Willpower is a very limited resource, and when that willpower runs out, that's it. You're game over. And then you go back to your old eating habits, because you're pissed off, you're sick and tired, and you're just physically, you have to eat and you have to give your body a rest. And then it's just a negative spiral backwards. And then you regain the weight you lost, and a lot of times people even regain more weight in the process. So it's a vicious cycle, but it happens because people are trying to do too much too soon. You have to look at it from a big picture perspective. Zoom out and look at it in the fact that you have to take on an approach, a diet and exercise lifestyle that you can maintain. It's not a sprint to the finish. It's not like I'm going to go on a diet for 6 months or a year, lose all my weight, and then boom, I'm finished, done with, over with. No, it has to be a maintainable process. It has to be something you can maintain for the rest of your life. And 6 days a week in the gym on a starvation diet is not maintainable for the rest of your life. If you're not enjoying it, it's not maintainable. So you have to find that fine line of where you can enjoy your exercise routine, have it fit in with your lifestyle, with your job, with your family, with your social situation. Have it fit in so that it's a part of your life, but it's not taking over your life. And the same with your nutrition. You have to find a way that you can make your diet work for you without feeling deprived or without hating your diet. If you don't enjoy the way you eat, you're not going to eat that way for the long term. So you have to find this balance where you actually enjoy your diet and exercise routine. So what I want you to do is just take a moderate approach to your exercise and your nutrition and monitor your results. Monitor it on a weekly basis. If you are losing a pound of body weight per week or more, then you are moving in the right direction. That is a successful week of fat loss dieting. Pat yourself on the back, congratulate yourself, because that is moving you in the right direction. That's what all you need to focus on. Are you losing a pound a week or more? So a pound a week is kind of the ultimate goal, if you will. So shoot for that. Shoot for a pound a week. Now, some weeks it's not going to happen. For whatever reason, you're probably not going to lose any weight some weeks, and then other weeks you might lose 2 or 3 pounds. But if you can average a pound per week, you are moving in the right direction towards your fat loss goals. If you can keep that up for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, for ongoing, and then eventually maintain once you get to your ideal body weight, and maintain this diet and fitness lifestyle, then you are a success. And that's the key, is to have it so that you can maintain it. You can't burn the candle at both ends. You can't go exercising 2 to 3 hours a day on a restricted starvation diet and expect that to be your lifestyle, because it's just not going to work. You have to find that balance of where you are enjoying your exercise routine, enjoying your nutrition, and you can make it a long-term part of your lifestyle. Now, I know this is kind of a generalization video. I'm not really getting into the mechanics of how-to, because I think a lot of people, they already know the how-to. If you're going to the gym and you're training and you've got personal trainers at the gym teaching you and all this, there's no shortage of how-to information, of how to burn more calories, of how to, structure your diet or whatever. But you need to take a realistic long-term approach. Diet and fitness is a lifestyle. It's not a sprint to the finish, or it's not something that you're going to do for a few months or even a year and then it's over with. It has to be maintainable. So the take-home message here, I want you to actually eat more and exercise less. Yes, you heard right, eat more and exercise less. So, as far as the diet's concerned, if you're currently eating 1,500 calories a day and trying to starve yourself, try bumping up your calories to 2,000 a day and see how that affects your weight loss. If you're currently working out 2 hours a day, 6 days a week, cut back to working out, say, an hour a day, 6 days a week, and see how that affects your weight loss and how it affects your overall energy and stress levels and everything else. I mean, chances are you're probably going to feel better working out a little bit less and eating a little bit more. And then you can even tweak it week by week. Do this like every week or two, you can make a little adjustment. So bump up your calories by 500 per day and see how it affects your weight loss. With your exercise, find a manageable routine that you enjoy and that you can stick with and that doesn't take away from your life but actually helps to enhance your life. And try and find that fine balance of the calories that you need to consume, the exercise that you need to do in order to just be in a slight caloric deficit so that you're burning body fat on a consistent basis, but you're not stressing yourself out in the process and you're not overworking your body and stressing your metabolic hormones and increasing cortisol levels and all that kind of stuff. So that's your homework, to find that your individual thing. I mean, this isn't something that you can gather by, doing a Google search and seeing all the calorie calculators and all that. You already have a baseline right now with your own current diet and exercise routine. So what you need to do is start tweaking your current baseline to find the maximum calories you can consume, the minimum exercise that you can do, and still move yourself in the right direction towards your fitness goals. And realize that this is probably going to change as your body changes. As you gain more lean muscle, as you burn more body fat, these numbers can change. And of course, you'll have to constantly be monitoring your progress and modifying your program. I mean, this is an ongoing thing. It's not something that's static. It's something that is ongoing. And if you would like help with this is something that I actually do through the Total Fitness Bodybuilding Inner Circle Coaching Club. I mean, we've got numerous members there now who are posting their workouts and diet logs and stuff like that, and I literally follow along with their programs on an ongoing basis and offer tips and suggestions on how they can optimize their program and how they can work around these little challenges that they have, whether they hit a plateau in their fat loss or whether they hit a plateau in an exercise or they're working around injuries or whatever tweaks and nuisances that come up in your fitness routine. I'm in there day after day following along with their program and kind of like their virtual coach, helping them day by day at how to tweak their program and optimize the results. So if that's something that you're interested in, hey, by all means, I invite you to come on board with the Total Fitness Bodybuilding Inner Circle Coaching Club. I'd be glad to have you as a member and happy to help you along your way. But again, this is something that you can still do on your own. You can self-coach yourself by keeping track of your progress on a weekly basis and trying to find that fine line of the diet and the training to do just enough to move yourself in the right direction without overkilling and without overstressing yourself in the process. So I hope this video has been helpful. I know it's been a long-winded video, but it's an important topic that needs to be discussed. So for those of you watching, if you have any comments, feedback, suggestions, anything like that, feel free to post them down in the comments below. And if you have any personal stories that you would like to share, hey, post them down in the comments below as well. I always read the comments and I enjoyed reading your feedback. So go ahead, do that, and stay tuned for my next video coming soon. Take care. Over and out.